Halloween night has always been my favorite time of year. Until I went back to the town where I grew up, a town that burned down 20 years ago. What I found there wasn't a memory. It was something still living in the ashes. This is a true Halloween horror story, and it still keeps me awake every October. Halloween used to be my favorite night of the year. I grew up in a small Pennsylvania town called Maple Hollow, the kind of place where every house had carved pumpkins and kids ran from porch to porch until midnight. But that changed in 2005, when a fire destroyed half the town during the annual Halloween parade. 13 people died that night, including my best friend, Jai. After that, my family moved away, and Maple Hollow was left behind. 20 years later, I found myself driving through the area again on business. And maybe it was nostalgia or guilt or something darker. But I decided to stop by my old neighborhood, just to see it one more time. The town wasn't on most maps anymore. I had to take back roads and dirt paths until finally, the familiar wooden sign came into view. "Welcome to Maple Hollow, where Halloween never dies." The air felt cold, still, wrong. But as I drove in, I saw jack-o'-lanterns flickering on porches, and I swear I heard laughter. Children's laughter. That didn't make sense. The town was abandoned. I parked near what used to be my old street, Walnut Lane, and stepped out. The houses looked exactly as I remembered them. Same decorations, same lights. Except everything was coated in a layer of dust, like time had just stopped. Then I saw them. Kids. 3 of them walking down the street in Halloween costumes, a vampire, a princess, and a skeleton. Their candy bags swung as they moved. For a moment, I actually smiled. Maybe someone had moved back. "Hey there," I called. "Happy Halloween." They stopped. All 3 turned toward me at the same time. Their masks were old, cracked plastic from the 90s, faded and flaking. And when they spoke, their voices didn't sound right. "You're not supposed to be here," the vampire said. I laughed nervously. "What do you mean?" "The parade's about to start," said the princess. "You should go to the square." Before I could ask anything else, they turned around and walked away, perfectly in sync, like they'd rehearsed it. Something about the way their feet hit the pavement made my stomach twist. But curiosity got the better of me. I followed the sound of distant music toward the town square. At first, I thought it was just a recording playing somewhere. The same song that used to open the Maple Hollow Halloween parade, a cheerful, cheesy tune with pipe organs and whistles. As I turned the corner, I froze. The parade was happening. Floats rolled slowly down Main Street, decorated exactly as I remembered. A marching band played off-key notes. People waved from sidewalks, dressed in costumes that looked wrong. They were all smiling, but their faces didn't move. They looked like mannequins. And then I saw Josh. He was sitting on the lead float, wearing the same costume he'd worn the night he died. A tattered zombie outfit with fake blood. Except now it wasn't fake. I took a step closer, my heart pounding. He turned his head slowly toward me. His skin was gray, and his eyes were empty. "Hey man," he said softly, like no time had passed. "You came back." I couldn't breathe. "Josh, how?" The crowd stopped moving. Every single head turned toward me, twisting unnaturally, jerking like broken marionettes. "You came back?" They all said in unison. The lights flickered. The floats vanished. The music stopped. I was standing alone in the middle of an empty street. Except, no, not entirely alone. One by one, the pumpkins on every porch started to glow brighter, not orange, but white, and the air filled with the sound of static, like an old TV left on a dead channel. I ran back to my car, fumbling with the keys. But when I looked up, the road behind me was gone. The town sign was gone. There was only fog. Through it, I could hear whispers, kids laughing, a woman humming, and somewhere, a man yelling my name. I turned the car around and just drove. No GPS, no road signs, just the endless dark. When I finally saw lights again, I pulled over at a gas station and ran inside. The cashier looked up at me like I'd crawled out of a grave. "Buddy," he said, "where the hell did you come from?" "Maple Hollow," I panted. I used to live there." He blinked slowly. "Maple Hollow burned down 20 years ago? Nothing's left but ash." I shook my head. "No, But when I looked back out the window, my car was gone. Only a dirt road remained, stretching into blackness. The cashier frowned. "You okay, man?" "You're shaking." I wanted to tell him what I saw. The kids, the parade, Josh, all of it. But when I looked down at my hands, they were covered in soot. And on my jacket sleeve was a patch I hadn't seen in years. Maple Hollow Volunteer Fire Department, 2005. I hadn't worn that since the night of the fire. The cashier asked again if I was okay, but I couldn't answer, because behind him, through the window, I saw the reflection of my car pulling into the lot. Headlights off, driver's seat empty, and in the passenger seat, a plastic vampire mask staring right at me. That night, I swore I'd never go back. But sometimes, when I'm driving through empty towns and see a jack-o'-lantern flickering on a porch, I wonder if Maple Hollow's still out there, waiting for someone else to visit. If you enjoyed this Halloween story, leave a like and subscribe for more true horror stories every week. Sleep well, if you can.